Just been joined by the Managing Director of Delos Delta, the ever-smiling Brook Dixon. G'day mate, how are you?
I'm good, George. I'm very well, thank you. Always good to talk
to you. For those
to
that aren't familiar with Delos Delta, just give us again, in a snapshot, what do you do? What is it that drives you?
Yeah, of course. George, it's in the name. The Delos is about making things clear. It's from the Greek, the ancient Greek, making things clear and showing the way. And the Delta is to drive the change to actually get results. Now, we work in a range of fields, George, but we specialise in smart cities, technology, innovation and economic development. And we work for clients right across Australia, primarily in government, but also in the private sector.
And what would be some of the smarter cities in the country that have put their hand up and are making a real go of it from your perspective?
Yeah, look, I mean, and it's certainly over the last 10 years, George, Australia has come to the Smart City Party, lagging behind our friends in North America, Europe and Asia. However, some of the cities with a long track record in Australia, I would say include Adelaide, the city of Melbourne, and Canberra, my hometown, of course. So they're the top three in my view. Other cities are coming along. You know, places like Newcastle as a good up and comer. But those three that I mentioned, they're the ones with a long track record and getting kicking goals and putting results out there.
And who's running the digital setup in Melbourne that has allowed them to get such great kudos over the last 12 months?
Yeah, well, look, so the City of Melbourne last year won the Smart City of the Year in Australia. That's from the awards run by the Smart Cities Council here in Australia, a global organisation, but have their Australian chapter. And the Chief Digital Officer there is Michelle Fitzgerald, who's been running a fantastic Smart City ship and digital transformation ship for a range of years. And of course, supported by good elected members, as always in this space, over many years, who have seen the possibility of technology and are looking to apply it for the benefit of their city.
Yeah, and their Lord Mayor, of course, Sally Capp, a great believer in being as smart as we possibly can, especially in these very difficult times of COVID-19. Now, what are the sort of things that you want to see from cities that are interested in becoming smarter, Brook?
Yeah, look, straight up, George, I mean, the lessons that we're seeing from the best cities in the world, places like Copenhagen, Seoul, New York and Barcelona, is very clear leadership. Leadership from elected members, and leadership from local government, municipal officials, a very clear, dedicated plan in place, and then prioritisation of smart technology that solves local problems and delivers benefits for local businesses and local communities. That's what you need to be a smart city. You don't just roll out technology for the sake of technology, and just talking about technology is not enough. You've actually got to have clear plans in place and the wherewithal and the leadership to put it into action.
So not only the money, but a plan to take it ahead and to see how it fits in and how your residents and constituents will all benefit from it, correct?
That's right, George. Look, we're essentially doing what we've done for sustainability over the last 20 years. Sustainability used to be its own thing. And over 20 years, we've now embedded it right across organisations, the economy, society. It's business as usual. That's not the case with smart technology and digital transformation. I've seen no city or government around the world where digital and smart tech is BAU. What we're trying to do is embed it, enmesh it, permeate it through the organisations and the way we do things for the good of our society. And that's going to take some dedicated focus and change management over the short term, but that's what we need to do.
Talk to me about the latest initiative with the City of Casey.
Yeah, George. Look, City of Casey, a huge city to the south of Melbourne, of course, 350,000 people, young population, very diverse. Some 150 cultural groups are represented in the City of Casey. And that city, that local government is, of course, committed over a long term to rolling out smart technology for the good of its citizens, and is right now, because they're taking it so seriously, developing a dedicated smart city strategy, supporting action plans and policies to really make the best of the new possibilities with tech, with data and innovation, which of course are the three pillars of a smart city.
And from what I've heard, Casey is also very keen to create a whole new medical hub, education hub, and of course you can't do anything like that if you don't back it up with the technology to make it as seamless as possible.
Yeah, that's right, George. So, George, part of the smart city philosophy, so to speak, really is okay. Yes, we've got to get technology out there, but of course, it is about people at the end of the day. We've got to have places for smart jobs. We've got to have smart transportation systems. We've really got to make the most of our education system. So, a couple of really cool projects that the City of Casey are rolling out: smarter parking technologies around Bunjil Place, there, where their council is situated and is a very much a community hub. Smart parking, which gives you real-time information about where parks are available to stop people circling around, to reduce congestion, so they can pre-look, on their phone and on signage there to actually understand where to go.
Brooke, you know the question I'm going to ask you now. We talk about smart parking, but I want to know, not only will it alert me when my time's running out, but will it give me a little leeway in case I'm on the edge and might be about to be fined?
Yeah, look, there's various ways of configuring smart parking, and the best smart parking systems are configured to benefit the user, not there to issue heaps of fines, not there to trick you, but to make it a seamless experience, to ensure that you know when your time's running out, to guide you to the nearest car park. So, George, absolutely. Look, I have seen cities around the world, George, who have done the wrong thing, implemented smart parking systems to issue fines. And I tell you what, the community kicks up, and rightly so, because they've thought about revenue and they haven't thought about the user and making their community better. That's certainly not the case in Casey. And I know that in Australia, very much there is a focus on using parking to improve the parking experience, often the most annoying experience you can go through as a local citizen. So I'm with you 100%, George, but good cities are thinking about these things and are not using it to punish or penalise citizens for doing the right thing.
Okay, so that's one smart initiative that Casey is planning. Is there another one that appeals to you as well?
Yeah, look, one of the ones that I like that they're starting to roll out is the idea of smart places. And of course, in this day and age, we like to get outside, breathe some fresh air, enjoy the sunshine, or indeed the bracing wind, as the case might be if it's in winter time. But nonetheless, we still want to be connected. And there are people in our community, George, who actually don't have access to high-speed internet all the time, be it on their devices or at home. So what the City of Casey is doing is looking at places where they can provide free public Wi-Fi, especially for those people who don't have internet access at home or on their phone, and also smart street furniture where you can plug in your phone or plug in your laptop or plug in your tablet and charge it there as you sit, enjoy the outside, enjoy other people's company, but also remain digitally connected, maybe searching for the new jobs that are coming up and so forth. I really like that initiative, George, because digital inclusion is oh so important to a smart city.
Yeah, touche. You've talked about not only creating, as you said, that hub of support, but what it does do, it allows the constituents to not only converge, but to gravitate and use that area locally. It becomes a real meeting spot. And I suppose business would love it as well, because it's an opportunity to see more traffic, more people coming out and about.
That's right, George. So again, smart cities, and I know Casey is very keen on this, is how do you create these cyber physical places which are not only a fantastic experience for the citizen, for local businesses, increases the amenity, but increases the vibrancy, increases the safety, increases the sense of activation and community connection, the people-to-people connection. So I'm very much of the strong view, and I know that the City of Casey is the same way, that digital shouldn't suddenly disconnect people from people. It actually should be used to reinforce, complement and solidify that community connection. And that's exactly what the City of Casey are doing. And I know that with their forward plans and this forthcoming smart city strategy, we're going to see some really cool initiatives coming out of the City of Casey. I'm really excited about it, George. I think it's going to be fantastic. They're a huge city, and this is a big deal for a big city.
Brook Dixon, thank you very much for giving us just a glimpse of what's to come.
More to come, George. Look forward to talking to you more.
Thank you, mate. All the best. Brook Dixon from Delos Delta.